And we are supposedly live. Oh, hello, everybody out there. Oh,
Hello.
Greetings.
and I almost didn't make it this morning. This afternoon. I took a nap. I thought that my little nap would be cute. I said, "Oh, I'll take a nap. I'll be so refreshed." I woke up and I'm telling you right now, my bed. I got a new bed. I've had a new bed for about 3 weeks now, and I remember they told me, they said, "Listen, at some point you're gonna get really sore because your bed is still your body's adjusting to it."
It's not a bed of nails, is it?
No. It's like it's a really nice bed, but yeah, I think it's a little too. Maybe it's a little too expensive for my taste. My back just can feel that it's like, yeah, you need to get on something cheaper.
Too hard or what?
There is a test. You could put a pea under the mattress, and if you don't feel it, it's not too expensive for your taste.
just don't pee on it. Don't do that.
One of my major concerns. That's one of my major concerns. That's, I've been warned if I pee on it, it's mattress is like I think it's like $3,000, and
they're not cheap.
Yeah, I'm like,
did you get the purple one?
No. I ended up getting is it a beauty rest? Is it a Serta? Is it a Serta? I don't know what it's a really good one. But this is again weeks and weeks ago. I don't think I'm even out of 90 days having it yet. They got a 90-day love it or leave it policy. I may take it back if I have to. This afternoon after my nap, I woke up and like, oh, why is my back hurting? This is what I went through when I had the mattress that was pretty much like a taco shell with a wrap around me from both ends.
Another thing you can do is, if you can afford it, put a sheet of plywood under your part of the mattress. That'll give you a little bit more firmness. Because my dad had the same problem with the first foam bed that they got, and that's what we did for him, and that fixed things.
I may have to try it because it's got all these. They taught me about all these coils. They are legally required to have a certain number of coils in the bed, in the mattress. Like there's a certain number they have to legally have. You can go over it, but you can't go under it. So they went over and they're like, and then it has this and has a pillow top. That might be the problem, right? That pillow top.
It's too soft.
Yeah. That'd be too soft. Too good for me. Hello, everybody out there. I see you guys are watching.
You're falling asleep. You're talking about mattresses.
Yeah, it is.
Because whenever I tune in for a deep comic discussion, I think about a mattress.
Yeah, well, laying back reading some comics. You can lay back in bed and read the comics.
This one will keep you up.
Oh, I thought your face looked familiar. Monster MD.
Yeah, that's
that one will keep you up.
Eric,
that got Tim up.
See, told you.
He ran away. He ran away.
He had to go get his book. That's what it is.
I felt left out.
There we go. Eric, did you just get Monster MD?
Yeah, it came in the mail yesterday.
Okay, all right,
cool.
That's a good book.
Yeah.
I haven't. I don't think I backed that one. I'm not sure what I backed anymore. I'm looking through Kickstarter. I'm looking through Indiegogo. I got so many books out, some that I'll never get.
I just get shit in the mail, and I'm just like, oh, what did I get today? And I'm like, I got these months ago.
I know what I got. I got that new order of buttons I sent away for.
Yeah,
I got that today. Yeah,
I go through my list on Indiegogo and go 2 years late, 18 months late, 1 year late.
Well, that's like I got the Lady Death game that they made, and I forgot that I'd backed it because it was so late. I forgot that I'd backed it, and it showed up in the mail, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool."
You guys are actually stealing a question that we had from IndieVolt. Let me roll the intro, and we'll go into it. The questions. There's something wrong with the site, and I can't load up the questions. So I have to read them to you. But I'm gonna roll the intro, and then we'll come back, introduce ourselves, and hop into these questions. Here we Go.
Listen for toss salad.
What?
Your body keeps calling, all systems recharging, still a shockwave straight to my bones, like it's supernatural. Volts dropping, black darkness, you get my heart started, still a shockwave straight to my bones.
Yes.
Right at the end there, he says, "You get my tossed salad." He does.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a lot of buffering with that.
Pretty sure that's not what he said.
Maybe
Varian's not very good at downsampling.
No need for that. We you know, it's funny. Seven Lions is that's that song used with their permission. I have to constantly tell YouTube, I have permission, you sons of you know what. Seven Lions. They used to do the WWE Raw theme, and I reached out to them like, hey, I love this new song. My show says you know, my company is about voltage, and this song talks about voltage and being shocked, and can I use it? And I got the best email back yet. Yeah, man, go ahead. And I was like, are you? And I'm looking at the email like, are you sick? What? I mean, I got an email back within 2 hours. I was expecting to be ignored or get told, hell no, General.
It's not the creators that can give permission, though. It's the record
labels.
companies that actually own the copyright.
Well, they're independent now. So.
What if it was like a janitor that was like cleaning the office and saw the email there and goes, "Sure, man."
Yeah, that would have been funny.
go for it.
That would have been funny.
I don't give a shit.
The beauty of it is that, you know, they when they said, yeah, I was like, are you sure? Like, yeah, go ahead. So I said in the video, I'm like, yeah, the band may think it's great. Go ahead and run it. I'm like, oh, okay.
That was the janitor.
Yeah.
Like Tim was right.
Oh yeah, they love it.
That works for me.
I would imagine so, but I you know, the funny thing about it is that I don't think that any other band would have been like, yeah, sure, man. It's cool because they, you know, by them being independent, they didn't want to play it on Indie Vote Radio though. Can't play it on there, but I can play it in the intro. That's the thing that's unfair. Unfair. That's okay though. Hello, everybody out there. My name is Varian Grant. I am the founder of Indie Vote Media LLC. Started making comics back in 2008, and I haven't stopped destroying the industry since. Spreading my tentacles throughout it, attacking it. I am a father, a husband, a geek, an artist, a publisher, reluctant taxpayer, but a taxpayer nonetheless. If you pay your taxes or you go to jail. And this is Indie Vote Livewire. I'm joined as always by the beautiful Indie Princess. Hello.
Hello, I am Lola, the Indie Princess. I am the EIC over at indievolt.com. I am the host of Geekgasm, and I am the creator and writer of Lore, which is now funding on Indiegogo.
And home of the Shoe Cam, presented by Indiegogo.
And the Shoe Cam, yes.
So my turn. Hey, everybody. I'm Randy Zimmerman. I am a longtime alternative and independent comics publisher creator. I've been doing this for many decades, done just about everything in the direct market that you can imagine. For a while there, was specializing in sequential art for advertising and informational purposes, educational purposes. But right now I am working on bringing Arrow Comics back to life. Again, it was the company that first published me back in 1985. We're coming back again later on this year with a handful of titles, actually 2 handfuls of titles. And you can look for us probably starting in August, available through Liberty Distribution that Varian has there. We'll be hitting all of those discriminating retailers. Plus, right now over on Indiegogo, we have the Indie Volt Revolt sequential art collection, where a group of us that are regulars here on Indie Volt all gave a short story. We put it together in a book. Right now it's 130 pages long, and we have 54 backers, I believe, and we are just barely over the 2G mark. And where we have like 25, I think, days left to go, 26 days left. So you need to look at that and get in on it if you so choose to do. It's a lot of really phenomenal short stories, everything from funny animals to horror to manga influenced material. It's just a lot of fun, and it shows off the power of independent and alternative comics. So go take a look.
Okay, is it?
Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Hodson. I am at Dreaded Dinosaur, creator of Dreaded Dinosaur Man, which you can read on Webtoon for free or on the Tapas app. Also, creator of Rowdy Piper, the Kilted Avenger, which you can get on ProWrestlingTees.com. And I am the host, yes, the host of It Came From Webtoon, a Monday night show here on Indie Volt Radio and the Indie Volt YouTube channel, where we take a look at all those cool web comics on Webtoon and Tapas, sort through the ones that are crap and tell you the ones that are good, and introduce you to them.
Max, introduce yourself.
All right, I was getting ready to. Just wanted to make sure he was done talking. I'm Max DeVille. I'm a director at Atrocity Press. It's a small press publisher of comic books. We've got Mary Machine Gun, and our next book that's coming out now is currently funding is called Neo Tokyo: The Truth Is a Virus. It's a cyberpunk story. If you like Paul Verhoeven movies, you'll love this story.
Cool.
All right. My name is Tim Olson. I am the creator of Melvin. Now I'm in the stage of fulfilling it. And I'm also working on Melvin issue 2, Melvin issue half, and probably going to add Melvin 1 as a third book for my second campaign.
Cool. Is it my turn yet, V? Piper.
Okay.
Rebel Comics.
Yeah, he says, is it my turn yet? But yeah, go ahead and yourself, Larry. He also says, so now I gatekeep it there, and he's starting his own new company, Iron Gate Comics. Isn't there an Iron Gate Comics already? I don't know. Edwin in the house. And hail, peeps. Hail, Edwin.
Edwin the Ace.
So, question from, well, this is anybody. I can't pull the cue cards up because they're not loading, but I want to tell you guys, this one here is from Dylan, which I believe Dylan wrote in before.
Yes, he has.
Dylan says, I would hate to be the editor for a company if all of these books were together at one publishing company. He says that could you imagine the lateness and having to be the editor who has to corral all these cats? Yeah, could you imagine poor Eric as the editor? See, I'm waiting to be an editor. I'd call like, hello, yes, I was wondering if yeah, this is the editor. I was wondering if Red Rooster's done yet. No.
Hello, this is Image Comics in the 1990s. Thank you for buying our books. Issue number 6 just came out, but issue 1 through 5 has not.
That's not quite how that worked.
No.
Issue number 6 is not issue 1 through 5. Well, you can imagine it's like, yeah, can I get is it possible I'm gonna get no, go fuck myself? Fair enough. Okay. Okay then.
How dare you?
Okay, bye. After getting told off. Could you imagine it, Randy? How do you handle that?
As an editor, I can tell you just make threats. That's all. No, you do whatever has to get done. Actually, a lot of these guys had controlling editors up there, they might actually get their stuff out better, depending upon the power of and ability of the editor. You know, editing's like beating a drum.
Oh no.
No, just kidding.
Editing's like beating a dead horse because you could tell the dude to change it. Like, look, dude, change it. This needs to be changed. And he's, I like it the way it is. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. You understand the story, so the logic's already there to make that leap between these two panels, but the reader has no idea what you're talking about, so they lose it right here. No, it's perfect. It's like a cut scene in a movie. Yeah, maybe, but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, a Den Mom would have really saved a lot of trouble over at Image. An editor, actually, a couple of writers wouldn't have heard either.
Yeah, they should have totally gotten Jim Shooter or something.
Oh yeah, because at the time, Shooter was just doing Valiant, I think, right about that period, right?
Yep.
Awesome material, even if it looked the same. It was all great.
Barry Windsor Smith, my gosh.
Well, yeah,
his art was everywhere, and it was great.
Yeah.
See, Michael Landon says an Image issue 2 came out 5 years later.
That's true.
Yeah. Ooh.
If it came out at all.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be tough. That'd be really rough to handle that. Also, this one here is from not Max, but not our Max, but another Max. This is Maxwell. And Maxwell wants to know how much, we've answered a question very similar to this before as well, but how much is too much for an indie comic? I'm currently looking at a book that is 32 pages, Indiegogo exclusive cover, and the creator is asking $30 for the issue, plus $8 shipping and handling.
Who's the cover by?
No.
No, he doesn't say who the cover's by or anything. He just says it's
because that's high dollar. It better be.
Just a second. We got somebody who wants to tune in on this.
It better be an awesome artist or something like Todd McFarlane or something for $30 a book.
Yeah, and I think we've kind of got this idea that the price is $25, and you're expected to at least deliver a 50-page book for that, somewhere around in those areas. So,
pay me.
Well, it's literally the Wild West still out there in the crowdfunding market. You can ask whatever you want, whether you're going to get it or not. Maxwell, if you think it's too much, it's too much.
Yeah, I mean,
market's going to settle itself out eventually.
I just asked for $10 for the comic book, and then it'd be like $6 or $10 for shipping.
Ours is like $15 all the way across. Some people charge different for different covers, but ours is like cover A, cover B, it's all the same. It's $15.
We're charging $20 for a black and white thick volume. That's 130 pages. Big. It's in black and white, but the covers around it are awesome and in color.
Well, it's like I said, all my tiers for $10, and I couldn't get like a straight answer on shipping, so I just guesstimated it was anywhere between $6 to $10. Because you can't get a straight answer. You can't even Google it. Like, what is shipping? And then
you get a whole different answer if you ask on Google. There's a whole different definition to that word than you're expecting.
What is shipping? It's when two people put two characters together who have no idea. They have no business being together, but then we're gonna make it happen. This one is for Lola, and this is from Jaso. Jaso says, hello, my question is for the Indie Princess. I would like to know, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? Selling an adult comic on Indiegogo means you're going to make less than you even want. That doesn't make any sense. Less than you even want. Why have an adult comic on the platform? You won't make as much money as you would if you were on Kickstarter with the same book. Do you guys think that Kickstarter is more adult comic friendly?
I say no guts, no glory.
I've never had a problem with it on Kickstarter. I've heard of people, like some people had like their projects were declined or whatever because there was too much TNA in the pictures that were chosen for the Kickstarter when the people create the story. But I mean, I've got stuff that's covered up with the devil heads from Atrocity Press on ours, and they haven't said anything about it. So,
well, when you get a dreaded dinosaur cover, I mean, there's gonna be TNA. You're paying them for that. I'm just kidding. It's like, what? I don't draw that. No, I Lola, are you crazy? I mean,
I am crazy.
Other than the
Okay.
other than the people who come back and said, "Oh, your book, your book is about
My
horrible
book is
things."
rapey.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, we hear that. What do you think? Do you think that's hurt you at all having an adult book?
It's my first time crowdfunding, so I actually wouldn't know. It's my first time using any platform. But I do plan to go to Kickstarter just to see what it's like over there after I fund.
there are plenty of other books on Indiegogo and on Kickstarter that are adult in nature. And they make plenty of money.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. I think that just because her book has a very adult theme does not mean that it's going to make less. There are going to be people who don't buy it because I don't know if I want this in my house, because what happens when I go to work and my kid walks in my office and just picks up a book off the counter, or that could happen. But those people will get it later. You stay in demand, man. So
I say do it.
Yeah. And her campaign's launched. It's doing well. So we'll see how that goes. I think she'll be fine though. Randy, do you think did you ever have problems pushing adult content in any of your books?
I see on my Facebook page that Robert Marzullo is in the house. Robert, I haven't heard from you in a long time. You're always welcome on the program. Just ask for a link. We'll be happy to send it to you. We would love to have you on the show.
Oh, yeah.
I've done adult comics in the past, and I've never had any trouble, but I don't really go out there and sign them.
Mm-hmm.
The last real hardcore book I did, I just took around to shows and sold. And then the book before that was so long ago that, it probably it had a bright red cover on it. Nobody signed it, and I had myself and a whole bunch of our friends went through and did a hardcore adult comic, and it sold incredibly well. So much so I almost did a sequel. So someday maybe you'll actually see the adventures of Nonnad, the Born with None.
Just bring it over to Shaka Comics. I'll publish you, Randy.
Well, that's yeah. It's already the home of Captain Dildo. That's coming.
Yes. Your books are horrible. Your books are horrible, Randy. The name's long. I'm trying to convince Randy let me reprint Zim's Heroic Tales through Indie Vault. I think that'd be great. We're remastering.
We're going to take those properties and remaster them and reboot all of them and have them in Arrow Comics eventually.
Yeah, but still,
Arrow Comics gets a publishing empire rolling.
But the Zim's Heroic Tales, people need to hear about that. What did you say, Max? I'm sorry.
I say we just finished a script that should be. It's very adult in nature, so we'll see. We've done other things that are not. I mean, Mary Machine Gun's kind of adult in nature. It's definitely R-rated. I wouldn't say it's like X-rated, but it's R-rated, hard R-rated. But listen, the other book is the Teenage Ninja Bimbos versus Zombies from Deep Space. It's going to be fantastic.
I bet it will. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, the second issue of Melvin's going to be 10 times more violent.
We'll take a look at Melvin because I want to see how violent it is. Lola, you about to say something? I'm sorry.
Well, I do have it here. I don't know if that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Bimbos sounds awesome.
That's what kind of riffing on the riffing on the riff.
Yeah,
but we're making it adult oriented, so it'll be fun. It'll be super fun.
I was just gonna say that my book's X-rated, and maybe that's why people don't like it. I don't know.
You'll probably do better on Kickstarter for sure, because Indiegogo's it's not as friendly to sexy books. I don't know why. I mean, but it's not.
Yeah, I plan on going to Kickstarter next just to try it out.
Yeah, our Mary Machine Gun thing, we did like $2,000 in Indiegogo, but we did $8,000 on Kickstarter. So,
wow, cool.
Did a lot better.
Yeah, that's where we'll go and promote Captain D then.
Dustin Stab says, I think it's common to use both platforms for the same book. Jonathan says, LP in the chat. He is. He was here earlier. He may still be here. Max is on the show. Yes, he is. We're all having a silly goose time. Yeah, Max is here. So I've seen some silly geese in parking lots just sitting in parking spaces. I'm like, all right, and they get so violent too. Oh, it's horrible. Blame the geese. Also, from Indie Volt Radio now. Here comes a question, and this one is from Art. I guess it's Art. He says, I remember when I was younger wishing that I could talk to people while drawing. Now it's a reality, and I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't like the idea that all artists now have to live stream while drawing. Art used to be a reclusive hobby, and now I have to be an entertainer, or on top of entertaining you with my drawing. It's a big time mind f, and we can cuss with Phil. It's a big time mind fuck, and I don't like it. And that is from Art. Art, I could understand where you're coming from. It is he saw a silly goose. I did see a silly goose. It was sitting there in the parking lot. It was a
there are a number of silly gooses out right now.
It was a Suicide Squad goose. He wanted to sit there because he doesn't know me. I won't hit a geese, but I wasn't driving either, so.
Well, I would. I'd just roll right in the parking spot. If it didn't move, he had his chance.
That's so mean.
I think in Michigan you go to jail for that.
Yes.
No?
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I think if you intentionally do it.
Yeah, you intentionally do it.
Oh, yeah, that's cruelty to animals.
But
I was hunting.
With your car?
It was a preemptive strike. He was acting in self-defense.
Yeah.
They're coming right for me.
It's a suicidal goose. I can't explain it.
You see how those geese get? They get crazy.
Apparently, he didn't have a will to live. And that one had a switchblade.
My luck, that should be on videotape from like some bathroom, some public bathroom from a distance.
Yeah, it'll be a bunch of other geese. He just hit him. Wait a minute. Start flying over their phones and stuff. Why do these geese all have T-Mobile? Stop.
The goose's wife comes out like, he killed my husband. That bastard.
My baby.
Exactly.
Oh.
Mother.
we fly the 5G towers. We fix them. That's why they gave them all phones. It's good. That's awesome. We have anyway, this question from Art about the geese, not the geese, about the art. I do not think that I was prepared for that either. But it's really awkward to have one-sided conversations. I'm amazed by like Jim Lee's ability to do that. Just look in the chat and have these conversations, because I ramble if I'm not talking to anybody. Hell, I can ramble when I'm talking to people. So for me to have those conversations is it gets pretty boring to me. So I mean, I can draw and I have to look up. Sometimes I get distracted because I'm looking up reading comments. But I like to let at least one or two people in the chat while I'm drawing, because that helps the conversation move a little bit more fluidly, and I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Pre-recorded videos though are a lot better, because then you can do a little voiceover, talk about what you're doing, speed it up a bit, make everyone think you draw really fast.
Make yourself sound like Donald Duck. It'll be awesome.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, Eric?
Alvin.
I mean, I've recorded a whole bunch of those, and they're just sitting on my hard drive, and I haven't edited them and uploaded them yet. So that's what I think.
But do you remember when you just like your art room was just maybe some posters, some toys? It was only for you, but now we have to have cams and microphones and all that other stuff set up.
I mean, you know, if I'm walking around without any pants, I always turn the camera around just to be paranoid and be on the safe side.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be aware of the thing.
Shocking videotape.
Yeah, the shocking tape of.
But you know, it's just the way it is. We got to do things a certain way. For one of the things I missed about doing shows is just like my regular, just like con sketches. I got used to doing that with the crowd noise, the ambient crowd noise, and I'm sitting here alone and it's quiet, and I'm like,
it's too quiet.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's too quiet.
Do you want me to sing? Do you want me to send you a YouTube link to ambient crowd noise? I could do that.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say just look up some Comic-Con like live stream.
Yeah.
Scott the Flock.
Hail Indie Volt says Warren Brown. Hail
Warren. Hail Warren.
Hail Warren. We got a full house now.
We have Scott from the Flock Comic. Scott, introduce yourself.
Scott from the Flock Comic.
How ironic.
How ironic.
Yeah.
I got a comic series. It's called The Flock, of course. On Indiegogo right now, we're at 72%. We have 26 backers. We just hit our first stretch goal of 25 backers, which is everyone who gets a physical copy is getting a postcard from.
And he's gone, ladies and gentlemen. He just dropped out.
Yeah.
We also have here today Mr. Luke Stone. Luke, introduce yourself.
Yeah, I thought that was Wyatt Russell. It's not?
What was that?
That's not Wyatt Russell?
No, it's not Wyatt Russell. Look, I have too much beard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. I think that Varian just thinks all white people look alike.
It's true.
Because I look nothing like Wyatt Russell.
It's true.
So yeah, my name's Luke Stone.
He won't stop calling me Jesse Ventura. I don't know why.
Yeah, I see it.
Maybe we should all change our names to Luke Stone and see if it can tell us apart.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, don't do that. I'll never be able to tell you guys apart.
He'd be looking for a white guy with a beard.
Yeah,
and that'll be his the defining feature for whether or not you're Luke Stone or not.
I'm out.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, I'm the writer and artist behind a book called Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. We got a brand new issue getting ready to launch on Indiegogo May 4th. So make sure to go over there. Go to lukestonestudios.com, sign up for that mailing list. And this week I'm going to be sending out a free 8-page preview of issue 7. So make sure you stop over there and do that. And it is new on Arrow Comics.
Yes.
And Scott, you're back after kicking yourself.
Sorry. Yeah, I was explaining what was going on here. Yeah. But yeah, the campaign's going strong right now. We're 72%. Pretty happy so far. And we got 25 days left, so
25 whole days. It seems like a long time. And he did it again.
And he kicked himself again. He's just here to talk about his book, and then he's gone.
It's the FBI. They're trying to shut him down. That's it.
Yeah.
Screw you guys. I'm
He
going
needs
home.
smoke effects or something, so it's a little more interesting.
Don't give anybody any ideas.
You ever think Varian, you ever think of having like 9 people on here and then doing Hollywood Squares with indie people?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
We've talked about that before, but it's like herding cats.
Yeah.
Got to get 9 people to be online at once. And
I wanted to I have another idea for a show we're going to be doing here in the next probably 2 weeks, but it came to me in a dream. And I admit I was medicated on Vicodin. And I thought about it. Quick sketches from artists. We have 9 screens. Why aren't they panels? Tell a story.
Yeah.
Hold it up to the camera. Everyone has to tell a story and get the character where it needs to go. It's awesome. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. But yeah, you can do Hollywood Squares. I can make some off the cuff comments about people in the industry. Like,
I'll take Randy Zim the block.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you just make up stuff like your questions that the original questions are just like comic book questions. Like, you know, what was Black Widow's first appearance? and then they have to fucking talk about it, and they either just gonna have to bullshit their way through it.
I believe that was Tales of Suspense 54.
The proper response to that is which Black Widow?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Marvel's Black Widow.
Yeah.
My response to that is sure.
Yeah.
Which Marvel's Black Widow?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
As a villain or a hero?
which
First appearance. First appearance.
That would
My
be a
First
Tales-
appearance is a first appearance.
Yeah, yeah. or my
time
favorite. Name one character that Stan Lee created.
Jack Kirby.
Technically, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Stan Lee.
I believe his first original creation was Satan.
Stan Lee's best creation was
It's
Stan
in
Lee.
Captain America number 10 in the prose written section.
Yeah.
Captain America goes to hell.
Our kid has to dress up as Stan Lee and give a presentation
Yeah,
for school.
That's cool. That's cool. At
On
least he's,
Marvel?
if he was aiming for Jack Kirby, he wouldn't last very long.
No, Jack Kirby wasn't on the list. He has to do a biography and dress up as a character, dress up as a person, and he picked Stan Lee.
I can see him with a little bit of padding, with a cigar in his mouth. Yeah, kid, comics will break your heart.
Greetings, heroes.
That would
ain't
be
lying.
awesome.
Mr.
Grant, you're going to be asked to leave.
Yeah.
I'm being branded by the system again. Damn it.
He's
I'll go independent. I'll create Captain Victory. Leave me alone.
he's gonna be Stanley, and I'm like, okay, so I need to get him like a green sweater vest,
Yeah.
or
Some aviator sunglasses and a big old stash.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pen
Big old
flags.
stash.
Nice 70s pop collar
They're
shirt.
gonna be like, "Are you?" Who? Like, people are gonna wonder who he's supposed to be.
yeah,
It's like,
like
are you supposed to be? Are you Oh, the mustache. Okay.
He's
So
an
without the
important
mustache,
figure
you
from
look like Hugh
history.
Hefner.
yeah.
Well, not with the large, bushy gray wig. That'd be cool. Or not too bushy. He'd be-
Spray paint is not spray paint, but a hairspray paint.
Got to have a T-shirt on that says Excelsior on it with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Face front, true believers.
Now we're gonna push his hair back.
Excelsior. Give me my soapbox. It'll be great.
It's gonna
Buy
be
my books.
You have to admit
My
Stanley
Bible.
was. You have to
Give me
admit he
my
was a
kid.
pretty good hype man.
yeah. He was one of the best hype man, but he was
Was?
not the.
Oh no, not one of the best. He was the best.
Yeah,
Yes.
He was the carnival barker that literally turned that company around and got it rolling. So don't discredit his place in comic history.
he said Stan played Hef and Iron Man, so it's not a far cry. No,
Yeah.
it's
No,
yeah, he could definitely do it. And with my son though, it's gonna be. Cause my son has a voice like this still.
you're gonna have to teach him to talk gruff.
You gotta get later.
Yeah.
Face front, true believers.
Just have him start smoking cigarettes now.
Stanley.
I'm just imagining a really squeaky voice going, "True believer."
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure I record it and put it on Facebook. Everyone.
Greetings, heroes.
Yeah.
Teach him to say, "Don't hurt me, Uncle Martin. Don't lock me in the closet again."
You guys are horrible.
Did you see? Speaking of Stan, Stan Lee's superhero kindergarten. Somehow I doubt he had anything to do with it. But it's a cartoon premiering. It's a bunch of kids are learning how to be superheroes. They're in kindergarten, and I'm like,
Just remember to pull on the each teat individually, one at a time.
like,
Keep squirting that milk in the bucket.
what does Stan have? What does Stan have?
Milk them while you got them. Stan's got a name, and that's what it is. It's somebody out there sold Stan's name. I don't even know if it's a project that he started before he passed. He might have, because a lot of times these companies take years in order to develop a property. So it might have been something Stan actually promoted to somebody or sold to somebody before he passed. So I don't know.
Yeah, just give me some money. Yeah, put my name on. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that way. But I'm gonna list myself as Luke Stone when I do it.
If only we could all get that one.
I'm down with that. Yeah. It's like, you want to hurt me? It's like, dude, you don't look anything like your pictures.
That was
But you're on the hook for $60,000 in taxes.
I was. Hey, look at me. It was I walk in. It was a tanning accident. It was
tanning. It was an unfortunate tanning accident.
Yeah.
See, what happened was I hit the button 5 times. Yeah.
I was trying to become a superhero, and it just didn't quite work.
Yeah.
It was set on Jamaican and it fried me.
Yeah. It was you can wait till you see what's done to my credit score.
Ouch.
Dude, that's rough.
420.
Yeah.
He wakes up one day and there's all these a huge credit card debt. He's like, what happened?
I was he wakes up one day and there's like a bunch of cops and shit around him. Get up. That's me. That's I know
soon.
the cops will come. They'll come for me. They'll come for me. You're pretending to be Luke Stone. You're not Luke Stone. You can't sing country music. Get up.
Yeah.
Country music? Where's that coming from?
It sounds like a country music guy. It does.
Yeah.
Luke Stone, it sounds like someone that would sing country music.
You look like someone that would listen to country music too, Luke. I'm sorry.
Damn,
I
how racist.
don't listen to
Get your timers ready. Get your timers ready. Here we go. Scott, how you doing?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm doing great.
Talk about your book. Quick. Talk about your book.
It's a Golden Age inspired comic book full of action and adventure printed in modern age. The main character is Gooseman. It's a Canadian story. We've got the Gosling, which is kind of like it's his nephew fighting crime with him. And the first book is about this gang called the Purple Hood Gang who steals maple syrup and causes everyone to panic because they're thinking they're not going to have enough maple syrup for the Maple Festival. And it's a fun, goofy story similar to Batman 66 back in the day. It's all ages, so it's a lot of fun. That was like the quickest version of that.
The absolute quickest.
You got here in 2 minutes.
Where is your book on? What is your book on?
It's on Indiegogo. If you search for the Flock series, it'll pop up. It's a guy in a jetpack in a airship, purple airship in the thumbnail. So, and also another one by the a variant cover as well. So, yeah, we're at 72%. So we're getting there.
Now you need to pitch your book as a rap.
Pitches be crazy.
Yeah. That's what pitches be crazy. Yeah, you'd run into some trouble there.
Pitches be crazy every Saturday on indievolt.com. Yes.
The
Pitch,
flop,
please.
I do like. We talked about this the other day, you and I told you anybody who has a jetpack, any character has a jetpack is a friend of mine. There's a jetpack character on the cover of Indie Vote Revolt.
Yes. Jetpack Girl. Yes.
Yeah.
By the great Chris Gelf. Yes.
I love jetpacks. I love them.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know why I never tried to make one as a kid and hurt myself. It's really weird. Like, I'm going to take these turbines and put some gasoline in them.
Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing could go wrong.
If I stick enough bottle rockets on my ankles, I could fly.
Well, there was.
Just go to the car wash and use the stall next door's jet and the one in your stall and shoot them down at the ground at the same time. See what happens.
Yeah. Flight. I mean, it's going to be a very quick flight, but flight nonetheless.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah. The art from this is really good looking. I like the fact that it's got that old retro vibe to it.
They all have the same type of uniform too. Cool.
Yeah, he's now, Scott. This is shipping in June. No. Something is shipping in May, right? Yeah. You have different ship dates for certain things.
Did we lose Scott again?
Did we?
I think so.
No, yeah, we sure did. I'm gonna be Scott.
Of course, he was gone.
He said, "Be right back."
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's No, that's Max. I'll be right back. Yeah, we lost Scott again. Poor Scott. Let's talk about this comic here.
For our radio listeners, that's Flock, FLOCK, the Flock series.
There's a purple hoodie here. I'm kind of liking. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
It's purple.
I like that one too.
Yeah,
The black T-shirt looks cool.
Yeah, the T-shirt package, $60. So you get I'm guessing you're gonna get the comic, and so you get the Flock issue number 1, number 2, number 3, and the T-shirt for $60. The hoodie you get 1, 2, 3, and the Purple Hood Gang hoodie. There's a Purple Gang here in Michigan. I'm not sure. They whoop ass. they carjack deep. I don't know if I.
What if they were his biggest supporters for this crowdfunding thing? Then they all get the purple hoodie.
They could be. That'll be in trouble. They walking around. Yeah, we're the Flock Gang now. They beat
Flock,
you up.
man.
They beat you up with rolled up comics.
Wouldn't they be the Flock?
The Flock. Who beat you up? The Flock and Flock. That's who beat me up.
The Flock and Flock.
They're all like, "Go flock yourself."
Yeah. They call kicking your ass preening. Yeah, we picked your feathers, sir. There it is, the Flock.
Oh no, it's a pluck. We plucked your feathers, sir.
Okay.
They plucked them up.
Yeah. And when after they beat your ass, they've run away saying, "Caw-caw, caw-caw."
It was a drive-by preening.
So yeah, he has these books. We'll go back to it though when he comes back. Oh, he's having internet troubles, I believe. Internet problems.
If he ever comes back.
He may never come back. Tim, do you have a link for yours?
Well, the first one done and finished.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on the second one. We're currently doing. I want to see what it's like to have one completely done before I launch a campaign.
Okay.
That's good.
I could show you what's left over of the old campaign.
Max just put the link for Neo Tokyo in the private chat.
Yep, I see it. I'm loading it up right now, and just noticed that is that Luther Vandross on my Google Doodle for today? I think it is. Luther Vandross might be the reason I'm here. His music could be.
Well be. Yep.
Unlike today's kids. Who are you? My mama like Lil Yachty.
Naughty. Varian, I just love the way your brain thinks, like how your head works. That's just Lou Yachty. Geesh.
He's one of a kind.
Yes.
One time,
living with him.
They broke.
One time I referenced Soundgarden, and a bunch of kids were like, "Who's that?" I'm like, "Oh dear Lord, they don't know they don't know the band Soundgarden."
You see all these kids wearing shirts of it, and they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Like,
That was just like
kid hell for that too. It's like, would you please at least listen to one Motley Crue song?
There's supposed to be 2 E's in Beatles. Everybody knows that.
So my brother went to like Vans Warped Tour back in the day, and there was only 4 good bands there. But I'm walking around, and there's this kid with like Anarchy shoes, and they're asking him, "Do you know who John Lydon is?" You know, that's the real name for Johnny Rotten. And he I can tell he didn't know. And I was like, "Oh, good God, you don't know who Johnny Rotten is."
Anarchy, man. They don't need to know. It's anarchy. I don't need to know who John R. Lydon is.
You know, I'm bad with names, but my ex-girlfriend was very much into like punk stuff. This is from years and years ago. I must have been like, 18, 19. And she turned me on to I can't think of the guy's name, but when they found, I guess he OD'd and he laid there for like 4 days. People were still partying around him. What is his name? And people still go.
Was it Gigi Allen?
Yes, Gigi Allen. Yeah. People still go to his grave and defecate and piss on his grave.
Yeah, they do.
That guy had issues. Good Lord.
It's like when somebody pees on your grave and defecates, it's normally not a sign of respect, but for him, it's like.
I used to book shows back in probably the late 90s through the early 2000s. And the Murder Junkies, obviously Gigi Allen was not with us anymore, but I used to book the Murder Junkies every time they'd come through. It was always great because they do the whole show with the drumsticks in the ass and everything.
Oh Lord,
It's a horrible band. It's like,
what have I
are
walked
you guys
myself
doing?
into?
That's classic. Classic punk right there.
What are you guys doing? G.G. Allen. We need a G.G. Allen in comics, though. I nominate Luke.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah.
Totally
Melvin
believable.
#1. Here it is. Here's the campaign.
Yeah, as you can see, it's closed. But honestly, yeah,
Okay.
it was. And most people would say this is a failure. I look at this as a beginning. It's crowd building. If I give 38 backers what they paid for, that's 38 people that have my stuff.
Yeah, it's 38 people that read your book. Now, next time it'll be 72, 76.
That's why the second issue I want to kind of raise the bar on it's like here's the first issue, now here's the second issue.
Yeah, the first issue is always the introduction.
Yeah, that's what I always thought too. Now,
And you get to sell this issue again, too, to new people when you start the second campaign. Now you have issue 1, that they can buy as well as an add-on.
Cameron says
the
that
original cover here.
Cameron said he misheard, but but now KFC is ruined because of the drumstick thing.
You don't need to be eating KFC anyway. It's bad for you.
Oh, no. We lost Eric. Everyone's internet sucks today.
Just playing musical chairs.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
I'm moving on up.
Okay, so all right, anyway.
Oh, no. Eric got the guy here. He's having some health issues. He's got he's having what you call. So, yeah, Eric, hope you feel better.
Allergy attack. Yeah. Eric, take care.
So now that the only adult is gone, so Melvin is your book, and now it looks like you have a couple different covers here. How many covers did you do?
Let's see. The first cover was done by Vic King. I was looking for I think you all know who the band Sam Hain, right?
Yeah.
That was Danzig's second group. I wanted the cover to pay homage to that. He kind of did a little bit of Fist of the North Star kind of thing though, but that still looks cool. And then this was done by a friend of mine, Rob Ewing. I think there's like 4 covers, original cover, and then 3 alternate covers.
Looking ripped, boy.
Yeah.
I don't feel this character speaks to me. I don't want to do the exercise.
Right. And then, of course, Sherwin did the inside pages. But it's basically this mercenary hired to save a princess from a cult. And it's sci-fi fantasy. It's my favorite writer would have to be Edgar Rice Burroughs. And so after seeing that movie, I wanted to basically recreate Melvin as this sci-fi fantasy character.
So how much of it's colored and how much of it's black and white?
There's the colored version, and then there's the original one is black. The original pages are black and white.
Okay.
So it's a male power fantasy. This won't do. This won't do. You can't do
better. Do better, man.
Yeah.
I should be ashamed of myself.
Yes. Oh, you're canceled. You're canceled. Scott is back with Scott.
Toxic masculinity.
I'll believe it when I see it.
I'm here. I had to switch computers. I don't know why my laptop was being a dick, so I switched to my desktop. So
what things you've been calling it.
But here's the thing about the second. Here's the thing I want to do for the second campaign. I only have issue 2, but I'm kind of bringing back the idea of doing it. Like, you remember when they used to do 0 issues and half issues back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I would kind of bring back that idea. So there's going to be issue number half, and issue 2, issue number half, and then of course the first issue. So there might be just three books in one campaign.
That's what Scott did. 3 books in one campain.
From indie,
I believe Guano Guy has a issue 3/4.
Yeah, he does.
3/4.
Yeah, he does that a lot. Like, yeah. Issue 1.3.
This is from Indie Vote Radio, by the way. Thank you, Indie Vote Radio guys. Right now, we are sitting at 82,000 listeners, even apparently. 82,000 listeners on Indie Vote Radio. And this message is from Lola's left boob.
Well,
from or for?
Oh no,
she didn't even know it could type.
From. Yeah, from. Lola,
She didn't even know it could type.
No. Look. And it's for Scott. It says, Scott, if I order your book, I'm going to be severely disappointed if it is not packed full of feathers.
I live in the area where there's a ton of Canadian geese, so that might happen.
You can buy those feathers and just put them in the box. People open the Gemini mailers, just feathers.
He's gonna come back on the show all beat up. Like, what happened? I had to go get some feathers, bruises.
I had to go. There's like a whole area near where I live. It's just nest of geese, and it is such a danger. It's like no man's land. No one ever goes over there because they're so vicious.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a tagline for you, Scott. Be down with the flock.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be thrown in the sky.
Okay.
I like it. I love it.
Well, I think we're bearing the lead here a bit, though. Lola, when did it start typing? When did it become sentient?
And if it is, can we please, we might have to put an edited version, but it needs to be up on YouTube quickly.
It sounds like,
especially if it's doing that hunt and peck method.
Sounds like something out of South Park.
I mean, I do lean over to type like this, so maybe.
It could have typed.
In fact, I imagine it has a voice just like Cartman's, like if it were to talk.
Hey, guys. What's going on, guys?
Help me out of here. Yeah.
Hey, guys, is it cold in here or what?
Glenn says, tagline for Scott. Let's get the flock out of here. Yeah.
There we go.
Hell yeah. I like that too.
Now, I noticed you had the Purple Hood gang in there, and there's a Purple gang in Detroit. Yeah,
nice.
Some guys called the Purple Gang, and they
It's not nice.
I don't think that's still active, is it?
No, they still spray paint stuff.
Organized crime. Oh, fantastic.
My favorite.
I should really put something in there. It's like no association with.
Speaking of purple, they got the purple Urkel now. Did you see that?
Yeah. Purple Urkel. It's Urkel, Jaleel White. There's always been Purple Urkel weed, but now he's like cashing in on it, and he's got his own cannabis company. And I'm watching this commercial. What did you say, Max?
It was 710 Labs.
Yeah. And I'm watching this commercial, and I can't figure out what part is real. Like, I know the weed is real, but in the commercial, he was launching an app called Fight Something, where you also upload your street fights, and people can bet on it. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
Wow.
Like, you guys, you can't do that. Mark Darn said, guys, did you hear about Image Grand Design? I did. I'm surprised Marvel let that shit fly.
What is it?
Marvel was like, we just put out a book called Grand Design like 2 years ago. What the it was an X-Men book, and the guy who drew it is a fan of the show, so very be nice. But
Rob Liefeld drew that?
No. Rob Liefeld is he's a big Indie Vote fan. He has the shirts.
Yeah.
He's a listener.
Is there any chance? Is there any
He's
chance
a big time listener? Hello, Rob.
Is there any chance you could get him on the show? Because I'm a huge fan.
All he has to do is drop us a line, and I think he's friends with both Varian and myself. Anytime he wants to come on, he has an open door invitation.
He's actually responded to me a few times on Twitter. Having Rob Liefeld here would be I couldn't make any jokes about him though. Once he's here, it's like, oh man, he's here to defend himself. He's here to defend himself. Well, same way I make jokes about you.
We don't want him up here to defend himself. We want him up
those are
here.
Jokes? I thought you were being serious.
We want him on here to talk about how great comics are.
Yeah.
Or how great he is.
That's how it would turn into.
Well, everybody in the chat would do that for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where
everyone likes to hate on Rob Liefeld till he's in the room, and then everyone's like, "I love you, man. You're the best ever."
Well, if we pick on Rob on this channel, it's solely out of love. and respect.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I never understood. Everybody, everybody loved them in the '90s, and all of a sudden, the '90s are over, and everyone starts shitting on them. That's the one thing I noticed.
Sometimes you come around. He's been
solid. I mean,
really solid lately. Very solid.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see his Archie comic stuff.
Well, the truth is, Rob back in the day, like he was putting out more pages than people do now, right? So I mean, if you are producing at that speed and in that quantity, just you're going to make mistakes. It's
and
Kirby
make
made mistakes
and make all the shortcuts that you can come up with.
Yeah.
Because of Rob, I owned 501 button fly jeans. Haha, says Eric Hawkins. Hey, Eric. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know any other creator that's had actually Eazy-E walk right off the streets and say, "Hey, man, I want to work on you on a comic book."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course.
But that would be kind of odd today.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult. But it'd be a real good comic story.
Yeah, it certainly would. Hell yeah.
Easy walks up today. You're like,
Wait, aren't you dead?
couple questions. Yeah, couple questions. I mean, if Tupac walks up, you're like, I knew it.
He's on the same island as Tupac. We all know that.
Yeah.
And he goes to the restaurant down the street that Elvis runs.
absolutely.
That'd be one confusing super group.
You never know who's gonna make it to the.
It's a hell of an island.
Who's gonna make it to the event either? Like, is he calling in dead again? Yeah, I thought about that for my job once. Calling in dead.
We thought you were dead. That was just yesterday.
My favorite video is those Walmart. I think it's a Walmart video where this guy calls off for work, but he doesn't actually work there, and they're like threatening him with being fired and everything. He's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, you just can't come in." It's like, what do you mean you can't come in? He doesn't even work there.
That is funny.
My mother has been mistaken for. When my grandmother died, my mother walked into the funeral home. My grandmother's name is Doris. My mother's name is Dorothy. And when she walked in the funeral home, on the big banner in front of her, it said Dorothy Cook. And she's like, whoa, wait a minute. Rest in peace, Dorothy Cook. She's like, that's not, her name is Doris, and not Dorothy. And the second time it happened was when my mother, in General Motors, whenever you're out on like medical leave or whatever, they post a picture up. But when you die, they do the same thing. Well, the wires that got crossed, and so they posted a picture of my mother as dead. And they were all around the plant, and people were calling the house. Oh, I'm so sorry about your mother. I'm like, what about her? I'm so sorry she passed.
It's like Starship Troopers with these. You're dead, buddy.
Yeah. And I'm like, I mean, she's worse for wear, but I don't. Hey, are you okay over there? No, she's okay. That was a confusing week. I showed her she shouldn't tell me. She just went back to work like in zombie makeup. That'd have been great. Just go back in there.
That would have been incredible.
There's
she was walking around.
There's an episode of the IT Crowd that has a similar thing that happens.
Yeah.
So everyone thinks that this lady on the that works down in IT died, and she's walking around, and it's pretty funny. So if you've never watched it, it's on Netflix. Definitely check it out.
It's a good name for a movie, Calling in Dead.
Comic too.
Yeah.
I was looking at. I
didn't mean to suck the oxygen out of the room by saying.
I was just imagining like a sitcom about like a blue collar worker, but he's also a zombie. And it's like
The Working Dead. There it is.
Working Dead.
Or Dead Tired. Dead Tired.
Just working stiff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He doesn't really say words. He just kind of moans, and everybody acts like he said something. I totally agree with you.
I got a story I was working on a while back where you've got two different kinds of zombies in it. You've got the Slackjaws and the Ragers. And the Slackjaws are dead, but they don't realize it, so they still show up to work and just kind of do everything they do. And so this guy buys a newspaper from a zombie every day. So it's pretty funny.
It'd be like a Weekend at Bernie's type of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that book was what I call a rom-com, romantic zombie comedy.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So.
Oh.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine something one more for a husband? Like he was always a dead lay. He's actually better now.
They made a romantic zombie comedy, didn't they?
They did.
I'm sure
Warm
they have.
Bodies.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
We're
Warm
giving
Bodies.
gold here. Yeah. All those pictures are on my indie vote. Go away.
I was just imagining.
There. Oh shit. Working Dead sounds like a zombie hooker, says Erica. we can
Frankenhooker.
There you go. Yep.
yeah, Frankenhooker.
That was up. Yep. That was one of them.
Now one of the last questions we have from Indie Volt, and this one came from Mason. Mason says, and you guys will love this one. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Everybody, prepare yourselves. Okay.
Prepared. All right. Bring it.
You guys are idiots.
Who is this?
Okay.
You are.
I agree.
Yeah,
Next question.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What's the question there? I mean,
Yeah. So here it is. You guys are idiots. How do you expect to live making money on comic books? It's a child's dream and a child's errand. How many of your heroes are living comfortably from funny books? What is your problems? Get real jobs like everyone else, fucking morons. That's from Mason.
How will I make money fucking morons?
Does he know my mom?
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah. It's sort of just like a parent telling your kid to go get become a doctor or something and don't do something your dream.
You,
Like-
you know you're killing your mother.
You don't have to work a day in your life if you enjoy what you're doing. So, I mean, come on.
I have a real job, and I do this as a secondary real job.
Yeah. Same.
We're a press company, so we produce other people's books too. I mean, Neo Tokyo, I had nothing to do with aside for directing it and editing it. That's it. I didn't write it. I didn't have anything to do with it artistically. So it's a book that we're putting out, but it's
Are you
not
saying
my
so?
book.
If it sucks, it's not your fault. Is that what you're saying, basically?
Pretty much, yep.
Okay. All right.
Scott's 100% right. Why dream if that's the case? Why have any ambition at all?
Well, like for me, I'm if you're enjoying, I enjoy making comics, I enjoy writing comics, enjoy creating comics, everything, some people might be in it for of course everyone's in it for money. If you want to make money and be successful and you want your book to be, do well, but if you're enjoying what you're doing, like there's plenty of people that work jobs that, they every day is great for them because it's their favorite thing to do in the world. So, and not many people work jobs that are, good. They hate their job.
What's this guy's name that wrote in the question?
Mason.
Well, you know why I do it? Because I like to tick off people like Mason. I like to live rent free in their head.
There.
Oh, I draw funny books.
I am changing my Facebook status for Mason. There we go. It now says an edited Eminem lyric. I am the worst thing since Stan or Jim Lee to do pop culture so selflessly and use it to get myself wealthy. There.
Well, it's all about, doing something you love. I mean, it's kind of a stupid question, or even just the arrogance of it.
I'm just here to tell stories, and if people like it, then they'll buy it. And you know what? People bought Mary Machine Gun pretty well for an introductory book for a first issue.
Yeah,
it was pretty well received.
Okay.
Who wrote in? Who wrote in? What was the guy's name?
Mason.
Mason, you sound really sad. You need to lighten up. Maybe go work at Burger King or something for a while.
I think Mason needs a hug.
I think he does.
Possibly, I don't know.
And just enjoy it.
We feel for you, Mason. We're sorry that you feel that way, and that that if you work hard, there's a old cliche out there where there's a will, there's a way. And you know, some of us are making our way. That's all.
If Mason wants, I'll send him a free copy of my comic book.
That's very true, Warren. That's just wow. People without creative skills can get really angry.
It is frustrating not being able to do something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Like I would really love to be able to draw, but I just cannot.
Well, see that a lot of that's mental too. You tell yourself you can't, so you can't.
It could be true, but my art teacher in college told me that I should pursue a career that has nothing to do with art.
That's the opinion of your art teacher, though.
Yeah. And that probably discouraged you, and then that's why you don't want to do it.
That's why he's teaching.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's because he can't in the real world.
I myself, I can't draw, but I've been learning how to color.
I think Tim's frozen. He's gone. And
Oh,
Tim's
no.
gone.
You know,
Everybody's dropping out today.
Scott's hanging on longer than Tim has.
it's,
I am wired in this time.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
He's buckled
Unless my
in.
power goes out, and then I paid my bill. I'm good.
Nervy Comic said, I had to work my job. That is where I am now. But I can tell him this: Nervy is making money now. Is being published. It has growth, and every Kickstarter raises more than the last. So it certainly can be done. Mark Darden says, "Funny stuff, Mason." And warned that they said, "Wow, people without creative skills can get really angry."
They can get really angry.
Yeah, I mean, everyone here. Well, you know, like
sad and bitter.
You know, I've been pretty lucky. I mean, I made a joke, but you know, I've been pretty lucky. I've been able to, you know, make Indie Volt and Liberty and my publishing and art drawing my job. Mainly though, because I was forced into it because you know, you start getting sick and it's like, yeah, well, you better figure out something else. It's funny too, because I would try to get out of it and go get a job like somewhere else, and I will get like pushed back in.
You
like
get sucked back into that shit.
Yeah.
There's some people out there that aren't meant for this kind of life. You know, if they can't take it, or they need a regular 9 to 5, or they have bills to pay, you have to get, you know, you have to do that. You have to pay your bills. You have to make sure you get yourself by. But a lot of us are driven by the love of this art form, and you know, eating a few extra ramen noodles or peanut butter and jelly sandwiches doesn't bother us that much. We can do what we need to do in order to get by. And
I've been changing it up. I've been doing sriracha with pepperoni.
There you go.
On bagels. I've been changing it up. Put a little bit of everything bagel. I splurged a little bit. Got an extra $1 at the dollar store. You know, put a little bit of that on top there. Boom.
Fancy.
You guys keep talking about ramen. I've been eating exposure for like years now.
Listen,
we've all been eating exposure.
Once you get that money like me, once you get rich like me, show you what you guys can get. Let me show you something here. I need you guys to check this out. Today, I ordered. I didn't even realize that it was. That's right. Silver Spoon Coon right here, baby. I didn't notice that. Double entendre. I didn't notice that. I forgot today was 420. Now I'm not a weed smoker, but however,
not a weed smoker, but I play one on TV.
No, but you do have a weed vape.
Yeah, I have a weed vape because that was a pain. But today I saw something. I said, I gotta have it. And this place sells, and you know, it's chicken. I know a lot of you like, of course you got the chicken. But no, it's different.
The chicken.
Because look.
Hell,
look, guys, you know what that is on the chicken?
Crumbs.
Is that cheese?
No.
Is it
It's
Cheetos?
Cheetos.
Cheetos on your chicken.
Cheetos fried chicken?
They cook it in Cheetos.
That's where they went out of the green room. Now I know why there aren't any there.
They did the same thing with flaming hot Cheetos too. It's breaded with hot Cheeto dust.
Very good.
Yeah, and if I was my son loved them, and I'm like, look at him, future fucking pothead. I'm just like,
Sugar, if you want in early, just send Varian or myself a request, a PM, and we'll send you the link. You can actually be here earlier than 10 minutes before we're off the air.
You cannot come in. Yeah, you want to link?
You want to come in? We'll have you in. Critical Blast. I've been mixing dollar tuna envelopes with dollar mac and cheese microwavables. I know it's a $2 spurge, but sometimes you got to treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Occasionally you do.
Self-care.
Tyler says he's kicking around if you guys have a spot for him.
Sure, Tyler, I'll send you a link.
Sugar's
I think
laughing
the
and
best
crying at the
is
same time.
I made chicken one time. You do chicken and Cheetos, but you like use the Cheetos as breadcrumbs. It's delicious.
Yeah, that's how that chicken was cooked. They put it right in the batter. They rolled it in. Oh my stars! I'm sick of hearing people talk about complaining about money in comics. Barry, and bring me in. I'm heated about this question. LOL. That's Tyler Carpenter.
All right, Tyler.
We have Tim Olson trying to get back on.
Hello.
Tim, are you there?
Yeah, it's some internet problems, I guess.
It might have been an electrical problem. See, you shut your lights off. So.
Oh no. I just
gotta crank up that computer every once in a while.
I think the truth is, I just don't care enough about what people think to like really give any kind of credence to someone that makes a stupid statement like that.
We are now joined by Tyler Carpenter. Tyler, introduce yourself.
Drawn Talk.
What's up, everyone? It's Tyler, and I host the YouTube channel Drawn Talk. And yeah, my wife. I was like, "Hey, we gonna hang out, babe?" And she's like, "No," and she like left, and I was like, "Okay, I guess I'm just gonna keep watching. I guess I'm just gonna keep watching Indie Vault then." Yeah, thanks for having me. Even though I asked my way in here.
Well, you said you were heated.
I've been heated all day, like work stuff. I did a stream last night, and then I got heated afterwards because I got some DMs from people after my stream. But read that. What was that Mason question again?
So Mason said you were all idiots. And what type of self-respecting adult basically wants to make money off of funny books? He wants to know which of our comic book legends actually made a living off of comic books, and we should be ashamed of ourselves.
Oh yeah, okay. He's done. He's done. He doesn't count. But my thing is,
jealous. That's what he is.
Yeah.
I was listening to all you guys talking about like ramen and all, and like your sriracha pizza pepperoni, which sounds disgusting. And I'm not saying I live the high life, guys, because I don't.
It's delicious.
Yeah, that's what poor people say.
I've got it lucky.
I'd rather be poor and happy than rich and not happy. So
my wife has 2 master's degrees, so
that's what you need. You gotta get one of those women. No, I was
got the sugar mama.
So Varian, I was talking to a writer today. They DM me and they're like, they're complaining, and they're like, I can't make comics. It's so expensive, and making comics is expensive. Like, if you're a writer, you have to do a lot of, you got to pay the artist, got to pay the cover artist, maybe pay an inker, maybe pay a colorist. It can get really expensive, and so I asked him, okay, how are you gonna make this happen then? Like, how badly do you want to do this? Are you gonna go get a second job? No. Okay. Can you write novels? I mean, can you maybe write novels and sell those and make some money? I don't want to. Well, maybe, like for me, I make $100 a blog post I write for real estate agents. The housing market today has gone up by 20%. $100. I don't like it, but that $100 I can pay some. So I'm like, can you do that? No, writing blog posts are for pussies. Okay, maybe you could ghostwrite. You could ghostwrite for some people's script. No, that's for fags. I'm like, well, what the fuck do you want to do? It just like you have to figure out if you want to make comics. You either got to live really you got to do the whole ramen thing, or you got to figure out how to make money and then spend it on your comics. And so I just got really amped just now.
Yeah,
give me some of that weed vape.
Yeah. You can say if the artists are too expensive, just get somebody from the Philippines.
I didn't know that writing blog posts would make people assume my sexual orientation. That's I think that first of all that's a decent job. I mean, have you tried writing a blog post? Those things take time, spelling, effort, all of which I lack. All those qualities. I'm like
effort, talent, skill.
Effort. Greg says you have to hustle, and he said hail to hell, Greg.
Hail,
yeah,
Greg.
I mean,
Hail.
So tomorrow I'm getting like $200 to be on like some focus group, and do that kind of stuff. People will pay for these weird things. And
if you go to like medical experiments, they'll like give you thousands of dollars.
I was just gonna say that, Max. I was just gonna say,
I'm donating plasma.
Yeah.
Come on
Yeah.
now.
I will put. Yeah, I'm gonna put.
Hey, I've donated plasma before.
Yeah.
I used to donate plasma on the regular just to have extra money.
So did
Yeah.
I.
And then the night that we'd go on Thursday nights because it was sink or swim, which is all you could drink, mixed drinks at this place called the Florida Theater in Gainesville. It was fantastic because you'd be all fucked up from having all the plasma sucked out of your blood. So it didn't matter how watered down the drinks were. I mean, they were all free anyway, so you have like 14 of them, and then you're just smashed.
Another way to you find an artist that's not well known yet, and you can make it easily haggle the price with them if you really want to make a comic book.
Yeah, I mean, even reaching out to other people, because always reaching out to other creators, because they might know someone who knows someone who's looking for work, and it's able to quick to get work with someone, and like you said, not haggle with them, but like, hey, this is my budget, this is what I can afford, and
that's kind of what I meant.
If you want a colored page, your minimum is going to be about $120. If you're gonna pencil it, ink it, and color it, then your pet's about $120 a page, and that's if you're going with someone from like the Philippines or Brazil or one of those countries that you can get cheaper work with some higher quality artists. So, I mean, it's no shock. I mean, my artists are Brazilian. Fernando's fantastic, and
yeah,
if it wasn't for the exchange rate, I wouldn't be able to have the deal that I have with him right now. But
Gino's from Indonesia, so yeah, it's completely. I understand that.
Look at all of us just exploiting these third world countries.
Yeah, exactly.
My artist Travis, we did 14 issues of this series, Demons. He's from the Philippines, so. And then
my artist is from here, so.
Greg says he's donated plasma to eat. I bet it tastes good.
But like get into like a network of creators, like Scott said. Like I know Larry and Max are gonna like share an artist. Scott and I are sharing an artist. Mm-hmm. And so like, and we're all part of the same network of people, but we're all the same group. But like you do, Scott says, I have an idea for this, and it needs to be in this style, and then I can go, oh hey, like I worked with the guy before, blah blah. Larry goes, oh I lost my artist, and then him and Max can talk. So just get into like a network of get into a network of creators of people you can trust. That's a big thing that you can be friends with, and then you guys just start shooting the shit, and you start solving each other's problems.
Yeah, and also if you're not a dick, you go far in the industry, especially in this networking field,
And if you have a dick too.
Yeah, definitely.
Or boobs.
Yeah, or boobs. Yes.
Especially if.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, especially if your left boob can type and talk.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm super talented.
Now Mason is
doing shit I don't know about.
Mason continues. He's descending into hater territory here, guys.
Wait,
like clear hater.
Is he emailing you while we're talking, or?
Yeah, he's doing it from Indie Vote Radio. So he's
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
here we go. So he says, you guys limit yourself too much of how you present your shit. Your kings, aka Daddy EVS, and others are at least mailing quality products, while you guys are doing kids table bullshit and looking like amateurs. Fucking losers. How about putting some extra cash in your products? Then maybe I'll take you seriously.
I'm out, Varian. I'm so pissed off right now. I'm getting heated. I gotta leave. I'm gonna cancel myself. I'm so pissed off by that comment.
Okay,
Mason, go fuck yourself.
I can tell you what Mason can do. I'll give him my PayPal, and he can send me the money, and then I'll put that into my comic book.
What does he mean? Quality products. Take some deep breaths, Tyler. Take some deep breaths. Deep breaths.
First off, I don't know EVS, so he's not my dad. I'm pretty sure.
There's a resemblance, but then again, I think you all look alike.
Well, you think all white
Yeah, I
people
was
look
gonna
alike,
say you kind of look like him.
But you're more attractive, Luke.
Well, I think that's what I was hoping for, Tyler. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
that.
and you've got Jesus behind you. Hopefully, I know EVS doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, we got him. So
What?
Yeah, EVS. Yeah. I don't know, man. This guy's ridiculous.
Why
Come
do we?
on, man.
Why do we have to be? Why does he got to be daddy? And look, any people are putting out quality products, not just him.
Mason's a heckler. Comedians get him all the time. Matt does.
Yeah,
Darden
people.
says. Mark Darden says.
People are putting out quality products all over. Not just Ethan. There's other people putting out quality products all over. I mean,
Also, Ethan puts out a quality product. He puts out one book every year and a half.
Product.
Yeah, he puts out one book a year.
Well,
I mean, plus he's already in the industry, so he's already got like a leg up on most of us.
Luke has chrome covers.
I got chrome covers.
Yeah, I like chrome.
I got chrome covers. I got that's basically it. I got chrome covers.
I have not yet begun to print.
The cover we did like 120 or 130 pound cover, so it's like
stone covers, like Flintstones.
Basically, they're fucking.
Think of the shipping.
And then the 80-pound pages on the inside. It's like the highest quality comic book you can get.
Here's the thing, when you get into like these spats, these bottom feeders like Mason is, you get they always compare to the big boys in terms of like crowdfunding. Well, look at EVS, look at this person, look at this, and it's like, yeah, like look at them. They've had like 30 years in the industry, and like not just like 20, not just like in the industry, the mainstream industry. Homeboy was working on DC Comics on Green Lantern. Like his name is on so many big properties.
So I don't want to argue with Mason, but here's what I want to ask him: have you bought my book? I'm doing my 7th book, launched on Indiegogo. Shameless plug, by the way. So I'm doing my 7th book, launched on Indiegogo, and it's a quality book. I mean, you haven't bought it, so you don't know. So head on over to my website, lukestonestudios.com, click the link, sign up for the mailing list. You'll get a free 8-page preview of that book this week, and then you'll be able to tell me whether my stuff is crap or not. Okay? If you read it and you think it's crap, that's fine.
Also, I mean, we're more persistent. I mean, we're putting our campaigns out there and wanting to get my book, for instance. I'm plugging mine really quick. It's on
shameless plugs.
Yeah, but the thing is this is my 3rd try at getting funded. I am very persistent. I have a dream of having this comic and selling this comic and getting it out there and printed. So if that doesn't show you, Mason, you can go get a hug or go cry to someone else.
Go get the best around. No one ever gonna bring you there.
And if EVS is like daddy of comics, then Mitch is like the dad that like abandoned me when I was a kid, or comes back every 4 years.
Wow, that got dark. That got real dark.
That was funny. That was good, Scott. I appreciate that.
So if
I was gonna say, I didn't know EVS Run was the yardstick as to who you would judge what you did on something.
Nor did I.
Poor Mason, though. All he can do is critique and try to tear down.
Once he let goes of EVS's dick, he'll be able to do some other things.
You need to get rid of that anger, dude.
I'd like to read his book.
Yeah, why?
I'd like to read Mason's book.
I would too.
Here,
I'd love to read Mason.
I actually have a copy. Here you go.
Where's my book?
Oh, there it is. Look at that cover.
Yeah, look at that. Oh wait, it's nothing. It's nothing. See,
is that a first edition? Holy shit!
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah.
Signed and everything.
So if EVS is daddy, so does that make Mason? Does that make Mason his bitch?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes I've got abandonment issues, not from my father. My father was great. Some women in my life. So I need.
Are you trying to say your abandonment issues are from EVS? Is that
no?
Okay.
No. He's
damn it, EVS.
EVS abandoned me.
Oh, wait a minute. We got somebody on the line here.
Okay, let's find out what's going on.
What the fuck is the matter with people in this business?
Oh my gosh! For a second, I was like,
"Is he here?"
He showed up.
I was just like,
"We can get EVS, but we can't get Rob Liefeld." Dang it!
I know. It's disgusting.
Dude, my stomach kind of just went like.
Peter Smetti too. He won't come on this show.
Oh my gosh! I thought it was time. I was like, Varian, it's time to brawl. I'm so mad.
EVS was coming on and quit making fun of my bitch.
Mason. Oh, he's got another question for you here, Mason. Hang on, this is just for you.
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that.
There we go.
Why do you guys have all these?
Words from the wise, my friend.
Why do you guys have all these?
Because they're funny. That's why.
Tyler, that's why we have them, because they're hilarious.
Oh
To
my
have and to
gosh.
hold, the rich or poor.
That's funny.
We also have Keanu Reeves on the can.
Comics are awesome.
There we go.
Yeah, that was a fun. That was a fun video.
Those are wise words. Those are wise words.
They are. Yes. We also have equal opportunity here.
Oh.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
We also
Words
have
of the wise.
also I know we have video from Mason watching our show.
Do
Here we go. I'm gonna bring this up here. There it is.
Oh gosh.
There he is. Hey Mason, what are you doing? Oh,
What
okay.
is that? What is he doing?
You know what he's doing.
Waxing a javelin.
Shining my shoes.
Flogging the bishop in the fuck.
Hey, thanks for listening, Mason. Thanks for listening,
Yeah,
Mason.
that's
Appreciate
all.
your patronage of the
Thank you.
show and the channel.
Oh, wait a minute. What Mason's got a response. Here we go.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
He kicked over my tree.
I would like to
Over our
thank him
tree.
for giving us 15 minutes worth of content off
Yeah.
this question.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Thank you, Mason, for the hate. But no, listen. I mean, in all seriousness, everybody's putting their money in their projects. I mean, you look at we talked about Tyler
Except for
dropped.
Mason, all he wants to do is complain.
He gave back $3,000 and said, "I'm putting my book out for free." You got Luke making chrome covers. Mary Machine Gun looks fantastic. I mean, and there's so many different like creators who are putting work into these books. Anthony Figueroa over at Wolfpack Comics, they got a box. Him and Marcus, they
just box.
Yeah, I can't pronounce Marcus' last name, but the Wolfpack Comics guys, they got a box, and it's super shiny. And I keep joking with them about how shiny the box is, but it's a gorgeous book they're making, and the stuff that's coming with it is really nice. So I think
$12,000 they've made on that so far, man. $12,000.
Mason, you're not looking in the right places. You might be looking at some stuff that may be below the bar. And there are people coming in making crappy books, making cash grabs just to, try to make the money because they hear there's money here. I can tell you somebody doing it right now, but I'm not going to.
Well, there's quite a few people out there. That's why you have to be careful with the campaigns.
Yeah.
And who you
forgot
back.
to mention Lore. It's a great book. It's not out yet, but it's awesome.
It's a CBC lore. I'm just kidding. No, you're right. Shit. I thought about the fact I want to sleep in my bed.
There you
I was
go.
like dangerous. That was dangerous.
I actually want to sleep in my bed. So
I got scared for you.
Yeah. There it is. Lore. Where's that? Where? You added more stuff without my knowledge. Oh. Okay. Character stuff.
Boobs.
Yeah. There it is. Oh.
Never go wrong with boobies.
Boobs, a magical fruit.
And one of them talks.
Yeah. We now know one of them talks.
Tits sounds like a snack. I mean, not your sexy snack. I mean, new Nabisco tits.
May not talk, but it types really fast.
Tater tits.
And is that from your fetish pack, Lola? Now I have a question, Lola. I have a question.
That is me, yes.
I knew it. I have to talk to Jason.
Yeah, that's me. He drew me for my fetish book.
I have to talk to Jason. I have to have a couple words with him about that.
What's
Fight.
What's the fetish for this one? Lace or?
Yeah, lace.
Okay.
Yep.
What the heck? What the heck? I'm the only one who has to deal with this. This is Hey, I know that guy.
Larry, leave my rapey book alone.
Yeah. Lola's rapey book. You know what? I figured it out, Lola. That's the name of the book from now on. In the sequel, Rapey. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have got your book, Harvey. Don't play the intro real quick. Let me play the video.
It all started with an invite. Then you wake up in a cage. You would never expect what happens next. Who lives? Who dies? Are you ready to get lured?
I like the bass. I like the bass.
Yeah. Larry says, looks kind of rapey. I was asking about that today, by the way. Yeah, see there? See that?
My book is not rapey. If people need to back it and actually read it, it's not rapey.
The only thing that could possibly be rapey, I guess, would be that maybe they didn't have consent when you were publishing their photos, but they sent pictures of penises to you, so they kind of lost that privilege, I feel.
That's public domain, brother.
You should put it up on Internet Archive.
It all started with a dick pic.
It's at the Library of Congress. Oh my god,
that was good.
Ends up in some kind of like presentation in front of millions. It's like the wrong pictures. It's like a slideshow, but it's the wrong pictures. Anyway,
I think somebody has done that already as a art presentation slideshow. I'm pretty sure they have, but not a published book though. I think that's unique.
We have I think as far as Lola's book is concerned, being rapey. I mean, look, it's created by a female, who's, I think everyone needs to read the book. It's kind of like how they went after Vince McMahon when he was doing this whole storyline when he was being a prick to Sable. And it's like, I believe it was Sable. And he's like, why don't you guys wait 2 weeks and see the conclusion of the storyline before you make assumptions? And you had a woman on her knees barking. I know. I'm playing a character. It's entertainment. And I guarantee you the Mr. McMahon character is going to get his comeuppance.
What are you telling me that you're supposed to be patient and wait it out and see where somebody's going?
Wait a
minute.
It's gotta be changed right now.
Are you asking me to be reasonable? I mean,
is it payoff at the end?
What are you saying? That wrestling's fake?
Yeah. I got bad news for you guys. Yeah. It's predetermined. How about that? Well, not fake.
You mean the Iron Sheik isn't in America to protect his oil interests?
No.
The reason why they get upset when you call it fake is because they're really out there dancing and like throwing each other around and shit. That's for real. Mm-hmm. They're not. I mean, I know a dude that runs a pro wrestling training studio, and they actually throw each other around for real.
Yeah. It's half fake, half real. Yeah.
The storylines are predetermined. They're wrote, but I would tell anybody who's mad about a comic to wait it out, read it. It's not what you think it is, and I guarantee you, there's a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot more story in there than what you think. You look at it, you see smut. Yeah, she's telling the sizzle of it. But there are things in that book. You'll leave and you'll have, when you close the book, you'll have conversations.
What's wrong with the smutty comic books? Either there's nothing wrong with that.
Some people like that
I've
stuff.
got a couple of those coming out too. But for this book, the sex comes secondary. There's a story, and the sex helps the story go along.
Yeah, these characters are,
story-driven sexual fantasies.
You know, speaking of which, by the way, Barbarella's in the public domain. Check out my new Barbarella comic coming very soon.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think you're right.
Oh no, she's in the public domain now.
Where did that happen?
I'm not sure. I was looking at public domain characters on the what site was I on?
Over on the public domain list site.
I believe that's where I was at. Yeah, and it was Barbarella was up there, which I thought was odd, but she's up there.
Wow. Somebody must not have secured copyright. So I thought one of the big companies, IDW or something. Not that. I thought they were doing a series of Barbarella reprints.
Those huge companies like IDW.
Barbarella. I'm not familiar with that one.
Barbarella's from space.
It's a French comic that's been out
Space
for years.
Space boobs, man.
They actually did a movie back in the I think late '60s, early '70s with Jane Fonda as Barbarella.
Yep,
it's quite a cult classic, as they say.
Yeah,
because I was automatically thinking of Stripperella, right?
No, that's a Stan Lee creation. Stripperella. That's a whole different property. Barbarella is yeah, just like barbed wire. Barbarella takes place out in space. It's kind of like a space Flash Gordon, only female with a little bit of sex angle to it.
Yep, it's a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
It's well, the comic strip was very influential at the time it came out. It was really imaginative. Come out way before Star Wars even popped up. So it's got a lot of it influenced a lot of other works afterwards. So it's quite a classic strip. I didn't realize it was in public domain.
Yeah, there seems to be some. I'm looking it up. I just typed in to see if I can.
Was the science fiction film by Roger Vadim about him?
Yeah, and if you haven't watched Barbarella, if you're into adult kind of weirdness, that's definitely a good movie.
Did you know? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but it says I was looking it up, and it says Barbarella may have been in the public domain in the 80s. She may not be now. The Supreme Court decided that yes, things can be taken out of the public domain.
That's weird.
Wow, that's.
There would have to be a court case to settle that, I would think.
Yeah, there need to be something that said that okay, we're taking this out of the public domain. There need to be a court case that.
I mean, how much stuff would that screw up though? I mean, imagine you have a public domain comic, you're making a Zorro comic or something, you got a couple $1,000s roped into it, and then all of a sudden now, I mean, I guess maybe you would cover under public domain law at that point.
Well, I'm sure the properties in question are the properties that they let the rights lapse, and it's not a thought that the rights were outdistanced, because the government now runs by year, and I think the last year was 1924 or 25. Every January, a new year gets added to the list, and anything done before that is recognized as being public domain, because they figure if you hadn't made your money off of that work by now, then you're never going to make the money off of it. So
a very simplified thing about copyright is anything after, was it 1979 is copywritten upon creation, and then it's like 50 years after, it's like lifetime plus 50 years after you die or something like that.
Well, that's all up for challenge. Nobody wants to make a definite court decision. Everybody settles out of court before that happens, because they need to keep that realm there gray in order for there not to be a division, a definite deciding point. That's why the courts came down like 4 or 5 years ago and stated, okay, here's the mark, and it's just going to keep moving year by year. And I'm pretty sure the current year is 1924 or 25, and anything before that is considered to be in public domain, because a lot of the pulp material is starting to get into that material. Yeah. There's a lot of Conan stories that are in public domain and other Conan stories that aren't. Everything that Howard did before that, all the Cull and the Solomon Kane stories are in public domain. The Bran McMorn material is all in public domain. But the Howard and the ARB estate will go through and revise those editions and change little key things that they can hold up in court, and have put out special editions of the work in order to try to secure copyright of that piece. But the actual work isn't in public domain, just the piece that they've printed. You follow what I'm saying? Just the addition that they did, and they alter it enough so that they can claim proper copyright on it.
I did want to tell you guys something too. I don't know if did anybody see Sonic the Hedgehog? The movie?
Yeah, the movie?
Okay. Yeah. Well, they are working on the sequel. And unfortunately, what looks like it's going to happen though is there may be some problems on the set. Yeah, Sonic is he's not happy with the director. He's claiming abuse. He's claiming he was there was some abuse. We keep seeing this in Hollywood over and over again. I'm gonna make sure you guys. I'm gonna put. The cool thing about this one is it's caught on video. Here it is. There's Sonic, and you can see the director is grabbing Sonic. I don't know.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah,
that's unacceptable.
Yeah. Sonic needs to. I don't blame him for walking. I want.
Why isn't Knuckles helping him?
Well, Knuckles is in on it, of course.
Yeah, he's watching guard. He's keeping guard.
I think from his expression, he's already been grabbed, and he doesn't know what to do about it. He's pissed off at it.
I think Knuckles is doing the circle game, and
Peter needs to get involved. Yeah, this is unacceptable. I mean, Tails is there. Luckily, it doesn't look like Tails has been, No,
that must have been like an old photo because Tails is off to that island. What was that island?
Yeah.
Epstein Island.
This is Run Sonic Run. Yeah, this is unacceptable for poor Sonic. Grabbing him by the Sonic rings there. Just unacceptable. Grabbing him by the old Robotniks.
Tyler, I can see you.
Jake says, "Wait, can we make fun of Can we make furry art of Greg the dinosaur now?"
Wait, you see me what, Max?
I can see you. Like
about 50 years ago, you could do that. Dude.
The black screen when you got your camera off. On my screen, it like goes away, and it's just the circle, and I can see everything going on.
That's weird.
Indie Vote Radio.
Like right now, I can see the left side of your camera.
Oh, is it? You seen anything weird?
No. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir.
Yeah,
it'd be good if you put your pants back in.
Yeah, definitely need to do that.
I'm just trying to get some of that Sonic action real quick, guys. Well,
you leave Sonic alone, man.
It's really messed up. Poor Sonic getting grabbed on. We're gonna get some letters about that, guys. Watch. I'm like, hey, you guys think that's funny?
It's funny. Rape's not funny.
Yeah, it's not.
Never funny.
It's a statue getting accosted.
It's a fictional character, dude.
Yeah, that statue has rights.
It's an inanimate object.
I have a hedgehog, you assholes.
My mother was a hedgehog. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly. Neo Tokyo, there he is. He's past his goal. We gotta talk about this. He's past his goal. He's got his money. The truth is a virus. This is from Mr. Max DeVille. Max, tell us about it.
Neo Tokyo, The Truth is a Virus is a story about a dystopian future that pretty much there's Big Brother everywhere. I don't know, kind of high now. took a long time to get to it. Okay, so it's a dystopian future. There's a younger guy who hacks into a medical corporation, which is like the medical corporation for the planet, and at the same time a bomb goes off, so the media puts together that he's some sort of terrorist, and the media turns him into this huge terrorist, and he's really not that big of, he's just a scared kid who was a hacker who wanted to break into a medical corporation. And it's the story between them having to deal with it. It's very satirical of the media, so if you like Paul Verhoeven movies like RoboCop or Starship Troopers, where they have like the media is part of like its own character, then you'll really dig this book, because every other page is the media addressing what happened the page before, so you get to see how they twist it and spin it and make it seem worse than it really is. It's really well done. It's very, very well written.
Is there a robot that tells someone to put down their weapon and get shot anyway?
You got 5 seconds to comply.
You have-
Max, now you gotta rap about it.
Yeah.
Yep. I already did that.
You gotta do it high now.
Oh, can't do that.
I was just saying I should do these. I should do these shows high.
Yeah. The cool thing about Max is he doesn't know he's doing the show right now. He has no idea.
That's true.
He doesn't even. He hasn't. Realized we've been live for the last 2 hours.
Yeah. Just been sitting here. Just been listening.
Question from Indie Vote Radio, and
Is this Mason again? Oh boy.
No. This is anonymous. It doesn't have a name. It hurts my feelings when they don't put name. But he says, "Why is it okay in the comic industry to cancel people over their politics or a hashtag they fly, but won't even publicly mention people who continuously scam, burn people, rip off their colleagues?" And that was from anonymous. You know what? Here's the thing: there are people who wish to. Me and Randy actually talked about this about 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? Talked about something very close to it.
Sometimes you just have to let art flow over you. Go ahead.
I think that there are people who, one, like you want to keep the drama down. You just want to make your books. However, there are people, and I know we call them crabs or sometimes, and someone mentioned it earlier, hecklers. And hecklers sometimes have to be dealt with because I'm all for, like, I think sometimes you can ignore only so long before you have to turn around and say, what the hell is going on over there? What you don't want to happen is, and what I don't want to happen is find out there's this groundswell of support against the person built on lies and untruths that someone else has spread. Because then by that point you've got 20 people who dislike you all because of a lie, and they're all throwing rocks at you and cracking the little nice
lies move fast. They move much faster than the truth.
Yeah, and so it's there's that type of thing, and people are afraid of retaliation as well, because sometimes we think people have more say than they do. That's the problem. Randy was saying that's a problem with having a community. He was saying because again, these community members, they don't have to put in; they can just come in, and because it's maybe 4 of them, or hey, I've backed 11 Kickstarters on the highest levels. I'm a big supporter of indie comics. Give me power. And they come in and they exert the power. These people who aren't creating, they are not creating, but they wield an amount of power over the creators that is really, really horrible. I mean, they're almost like editors in a way.
Or they're creating very badly. So they try to fashion themselves as cult leaders or looking for followers, join my group, join my tribe, whatever.
It's like, and it's not
really have to be careful about people like that.
And it's not just like join my group. It's like, because there are Facebook groups. Like we got Facebook and we got Twitter groups that we're in, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But like when it becomes something that's like, hey, don't talk to these people because this and the other. Like again, I had someone who I've never spoke to tell someone that I'm not a fan of Variant, and I'm like, I've never spoke to this person. What do they mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm an unlikable asshole, but at the same time, I'm like, well, what did I say something to you? Did I say something on the show? It may not be what you thought it was, and if it was, okay, well then we can agree to disagree. But I like to know why this person doesn't like me. I like to at least know.
Because you're with me and he targeted me.
Well, some people just don't like other people just because they don't like them.
I'm also extremely attractive, and I get that. I get where the jealousy comes from. Being as handsome as I am, it's unfair. It's unfair.
Humble as fuck too.
Yeah.
Or the work that you do, or the company that you keep, or the companies that you own, or there's any of a number of things that'll make haters. It's just
for the first time.
How much attention you want to give these idiots? That's the question.
I was hurt because I cost Pops a job. I didn't even know anything. It was just like, hey, you're out, Pops, and because Variant. Like,
but also like there's like, and I came in because I came in here and I was heated. Mm-hmm. Like last night I did a stream, did a stream with, and I brought in Scott and Larry, and I think I brought in one more person. And I was telling them, on my stream, I said, hey, this is like my new business model. This is how I'm making comics. This is how you can read comics. And I went into more depth than what I have been teasing out, because I'm not really launching it until June, but I went into a little more depth. Kid you not, after that stream, I got like 10 DMs from creators and one phone call from a creator on my Discord, and they just like, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? Like, you can't do that. And I'm like, why can't I do that? And they like berated me, and I'm like mind your own business. Like,
do what you want to do.
Yeah, Max is gonna make his comic his own way. Luke's is gonna make his comic his own way. Scott's gonna make his comic his own. I'm gonna do my own way. The worst is when people keep questioning me and questioning. They're like, "Oh, you haven't thought this out." But it's like, yeah, I fucking thought this out. And then what's worse is when they get mad and they go, "Well, this is gonna hurt. This could hurt the reason why you shouldn't do this is gonna hurt the community and potentially my business." And I'm like, mind your own business. Just mind your own business. And if you're so scared, put out something just as good.
Why is Tyler's book going to cause him problems?
Well, it's because of how cheap my book is. So he's like, oh, well, if you charging this, everyone else is going to think they have to charge this. Like, you can charge however much you want on your book.
We're competing with mainstream. Mainstream books are like what, $3, $4, $5? Like, come on.
Yeah. But like my book shouldn't, like, if I price my book a certain way, that doesn't mean that Luke has to price his hybrids book a certain way. Like he can choose. He can choose what to do. Same with Max, same with Scott, same with Tim, same with everyone. Like Lola can just because I price my book at $10 and she wants to price her book at like $25, it doesn't mean that she can't.
Yeah, exactly. And I think folks deserve to have that right to be able to price their book however they want. People, if they outprice themselves, then they deserve as little sales as they get, or if they underprice themselves, they don't make that thick of a profit margin. You have to eventually find that middle ground. But at the moment, everybody's out there trying to sell their own stuff in like a Wild West fashion on these crowdfunding platforms. And you have to decide whether or not it's expensive for you to back it or not.
Well, Randy, that was another thing is I'm not using crowdfunding. And that's a lot of the conversation was people were like, you have to use crowdfunding.
My goodness, what's wrong with you?
That's what we do. And I was like, I don't want to. And I'm doing it a different way. And gosh, how dare I?
That's phenomenal, Tyler. We all want to know more about what you're doing. Yeah, the people who really want to help, this industry want to try to get comics out in as many different avenues and as many different distribution ways as possible. So somebody like you going out there and trying something shouldn't be torn down. They need to be encouraged and told to go for it. And if you make it, and you've actually changed the industry. If you don't make it, then you tried it. And maybe somebody else will come along after that and figure out how to make it work.
Yeah, exactly. And I recommend the $5 tier just because you get a comic book.
Yeah. You get a comic book on the $2 tier.
Well, physical isn't it the $5 one?
Yeah, you got to pay for shipping on the $2 tier.
So here's my thing. Tyler, I hope that you're super stupid successful with what you're doing, because if you are, then that shows us there's another way if we choose to take that path. That we don't have to do it like everybody else, Absolutely. And who cares? Who cares what you do? Like,
as long as you make it work.
You said, mind your own business, Just
deal with that's the problem with the comics community. Everyone is in everyone's business.
That's the problem with the community.
I don't think you know what community means. It's not a community, it's a business, it's an industry. Yes. We're all independent contractors doing our business. So just do your business and do what's best for you.
When I was making my comic book, I was getting, a lot of good advice, but I was also getting a lot of advice from people I didn't even know. And it's like I literally woke up to somebody like, I know you don't take advice, but I'm like, whatever.
Who are you?
Yeah, I'll take advice. I'm always open for people saying, hey, here's what I would do, and some of that advice can't be used, some of it can be. When I first published a company, I remember someone telling me, well, I was going to tell you this, but I didn't want to upset you. Well, no, I'll hear what you got to say. Doesn't mean I'm going to listen. Or I'm going to take that advice, but I may be able to take something from it. And like again, what Tyler's doing is a different way of doing things. And if it works, great. Here's the thing: even if it doesn't work, someone else can take his idea and do something else, put a twist on it, and now it works.
Yeah,
I'd rather encourage everybody to do their own thing and do something that makes them happy and makes them be able to take their drive to make their book and have their ideas, their creativity, everything. If you have that drive, I don't care how you give it out to your consumers. It shows in your book.
Amen.
With the drive.
Yes.
Niobe Comics says the problem is, and I'm going to say it, we have all these so-called experts trying to tell everyone who can be and run the rules in comics, when these people doing all the commands have nothing to show themselves.
Amen.
Yeah, I think again that's the problem with that community aspect, and we're talking about people who are wielding power in the community who don't have anything to show. They don't own any like fan groups. They don't own any, they're just there, and they're like, hey, I backed your book. We had a guy who came on, he sent a letter in maybe about 3 months ago, and he said that he is very careful with the language he uses because he does not like to call people who back his book supporters. He calls you customers because supporters goes to their heads, and he said that they start to think that they run you, they own you now because they're supporting you. They're and they get to tell you what you can and can't do. Phil Man X says, "Hey there, kind of cool." Hey, Phil.
What up, Phil?
So he says he's very careful. He treats them like customers. He wants them to be happy, but he does not call them supporters because the minute he does that, I'm supporting you, asshole.
Yeah,
do what I want you to do. Yeah.
You'd be nothing without me.
That's interesting.
Consumers.
Yeah. Glenn sums it up well. Just find your own way. There are 20 zillion ways to do everything.
Yeah, I'm with Luke. I mean, I think I want Tyler to succeed because then there's another way that I can make money.
Yep.
I literally, I won't say who, but who the original person lettering my book was. I had to replace him because he was arguing with me. He was like, "Quit taking shortcuts." And he wanted me to do a certain way, and I finally the next day, all I did was put up a Facebook post saying I need a new letterer, and I got one within an hour. He could do it faster and cheaper than the,
Yeah.
So that
some tact would have been nice on that one.
If there's a way to not have to crowdfund every book, man, that would be awesome if it works. I mean, yeah. And some books are good for crowdfunding and some aren't,
Yep.
It's like right now, everyone on Indiegogo is like doing that like 30 days and then like you re-up it for another 30 days. I'm doing 28 days because that's what I want to do.
What are you, February?
Jake says, I'm with Ty. I'm looking to do alternative outlets outside crowdfunding to sustain myself. Yes.
Like I did Entity, and we did that for 20 days. We did a 20-day Kickstarter and then a 7-day Indiegogo campaign. Felt great. And then I was gonna do a 30-day Kickstarter on my chefs, and like 4 days in, I was like, I hate this. So we canceled it.
Jake says it's a daunting task to design a proper business model, but it can pay off. Yes. You have to be ready to do business. Go ahead, Tim.
I was thinking you should do it for another campaign for 28 days, and then do another 28 days and make a cover look like that movie, Another 28 Days.
I say you put up another Kickstarter and wait till like the day before it fucking funds and finishes, and then just cancel it.
Cancel again. Oh my gosh! I already had so many. I had already so many people pissed off that I canceled it, especially because I funded in 3 hours.
That's why you gotta double. You gotta double down.
Just you ain't ever getting this book, baby. But
we've said it a lot of times here on the program before. We are the creators. We're the ones that can move this needle. We just have to figure out our way to do it. And the only way we're going to do that is to try it and fail and try it and fail and try it and fail until we succeed. We don't have to sit in this format. We don't have to fit this bag and board. We don't have to fit that long box. We can do whatever format we want. We're on the creative edge of sequential art right now, and we need to take as much advantage of that as possible. So anybody who's out there trying to get out there in another market, trying to try something different, needs to be encouraged. Go do it and see if it works, because if it works for you, maybe it'll work for me. And you can't have enough distribution outlets right now for this art form. There can't be enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Randy, piggybacking on what you said, is as far as distribution, own a distribution company. I've told people we don't have exclusive rights. You can do what you want to do. You can distribute through Diamond. In fact, I told people, hey, you can distribute through Liberty. That's great, but you can also go to Diamond. You can go to other distributors and get your book out there as best you can. I appreciate anybody who's saying, no, I'm just with Liberty. I'm not going anywhere else. I appreciate that. But if you can go somewhere else, if you can get your book out there in more places, that's great. And the people who get mad about that, and people who come after people and say, why are you doing this like this? Sometimes, and I'm gonna be a conspiracy theorist here for a second. It's because they know if you do that way, they have zero control in that area. Yep. They have zero. I don't know anybody over there. I don't have a group over there that I can, make you bow down to. We've had it here on IndieVolt. We've had people come on IndieVolt just to try to destroy it, just to try to bring it down, because he shouldn't have that network. I want that network. How many times I remember saying, man, it's getting expensive. I'm gonna have to, maybe take stop broadcasting so much, and maybe even take the radio down. And it was almost met with applause. Like, yeah, take it all down. Stop the YouTube channel and stop the television channel and the radio. Stop it all. It was like it was being celebrated. Yes, stop it all. And it was like, and that to me is like, nah, I won't. But it bothers you. It bothers me anyway. Creative Edge Comics says Niobe. And
I was going to say, considering the radio empire, what's our number?
96441. 96441.
We appreciate each and every one of you out there. Glad you're there.
CEC, Comics with an Edge. This allows you to go to other distributors. Again, I'm on Comixology and Liberty Entertainment Distribution. Yes, you are. Joe D. McPhee from That's a Small Press Publisher over at Excegency Studios. Even partner with stores directly. Yep.
Sure. Any way you can. Every side hustle possible.
Jake says, but I emphasize that I don't look for money. The true business model will have a web ring foundation. Yeah, I mean, anything you can do to get your books out there as best you can. We are at our
web rings are sticky.
Sticky with the fluid of love.
Ew.
Speaking of which, Geekgasm will be on Wednesday night.
That's right, Wednesday night. Tomorrow night at 9, Geekgasm, and then but why don't we go around and ask people where they can be found at for our listeners on the radio? Tyler, where can people get in your DMs and tell you how you're doing it wrong?
Yeah, please. Like, I yelled at a couple coworkers and took my day out on them because of people from yesterday. So yeah, my job's on the line tomorrow. No, well, it's like that was like 10% true. Yeah, you guys can find me at youtube.com/JohnTalk. We have new videos every single week. Tomorrow we have an awesome live show. We're gonna have Max come on the show. We're gonna talk about his book. We're also gonna just talk about the creative process. We always have a silly goose time there. You can also find me on my Patreon, patreon.com/JohnTalk, and for $2 a month you can get it. We'll be releasing a new comic every 2 weeks. You get a new comic.
Cool. Mr. Tim Olson.
You can find me on Facebook under the name Max Lee, and you can find me on Twitter under the name Tim Lee Olson.
Stole Max's name? I'm just kidding. I'm joking with you.
No. Soon I will steal his life.
Yeah. How about you, Max?
You can check us out at atrocitypress.com, or you can look at anything at Mary Machine Gun on any of the socials, Instagram, Twitter. It's / or facebook.com/Mary Machine Gun on Facebook. So it's pretty much Mary Machine Gun. Anywhere you go, you'll find it.
And of course, mention Neo Tokyo.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, if you want to back Neo Tokyo, it's funding right now on Kickstarter or on Indiegogo. Or no, it's on Kickstarter. Damn, I'm so confused. It's on funding on Kickstarter. We've hit the funding goal, but there's a whole bunch of really cool stretch goals that we've got done. One of them is a dog tag, and there's something special about the dog tags, and I can't really let you know, but it'll be super, super cool. It'll be a super fun time.
There'll be a little bit of weed in there.
It's the beginning of a game. I'll put that much. It's the beginning of a game.
Is there a 420 special today? Was there a 420 special?
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, man.
You don't get no cut off.
Luke Stone, where can you find it?
I gotta pay my weed bill.
You can find me at lukestonestudios.com. Head on over there right now and sign up for the mailing list. You can follow the link to the Indiegogo. We're launching the Killing Field Part 2 starting in 2 weeks on May 4th. We'll launch that at 8 p.m. So it will run for 28 days, no extensions, and it will only be in demand, like single issue will only be in demand until we start to do fulfillment. And fulfillment will happen pretty quickly. So make sure to check that out. LukeStoneStudios.com. Sign up for that mailing list. We're putting out a 8-page free preview, and we do international shipping. So,
and when's the next country album dropping?
The what?
The next country album. When's it coming out?
In like a month.
Okay, all right. Funny thing is,
what's the name of the album?
My dog, my car, my girl went far.
Sure.
That actually sounds like something that would happen to a comic creator.
Well, the funny thing is, Luke's actually a musician as well. So
I am, yeah.
Yeah, mm-hmm. So it's being in the music world isn't too far of a stretch. Yeah. I think I'm gonna buy a piano tomorrow. By the way, guys, I'm not. Don't worry.
Oh, that'll be great.
Yeah, I won't buy a piano. I'll be here making songs. It'll be good. Yeah.
Just get a MIDI trigger. Get like an 88 key MIDI trigger. You'll be good.
Get a Casio keyboard.
Yeah. This one was a silver one. It was kind of cool.
Could be the next Mark Ribley.
Scott, where can we find it there?
I'm on Facebook and Twitter. You can find me at the Flock Comic. You can go back my campaign right now. I have a 3 books for $36, free shipping in the U.S. It's a Golden Age inspired comic full of action adventure. It's an all ages book as well. So if you have kids or know anyone who has a younger generation of kids that are wanting to get into comics, it's a great comic to start with. It's fun and fast paced, and I got a lot of cool stuff. And we just hit our first goal, so we're sending out postcards to all the physical backers, and anyone who backs the campaign further will get a postcard mailed in. And it's basically a thank you note from me, and then also just like info on like where we are with the campaign and stuff. So those will be sent out next week. So I'm pretty excited to see those.
Should have made it from the Goose Man.
From the Goose Man, sure. But yeah, that would be good too.
And Miss Lola, what do you got?
You can find me everywhere. The best way to get a hold of me is go to Linktree indie_princess, and all my links are there, including a link to Lore, which is now funding on Indiegogo. So guys, please go check it out. If you can't support it, please share it out so other people can see it. And you can catch me tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for Geekgasm.
Look here who just walked in the room.
With a co-host her left boob.
Banana Fingers himself, Anthony Figueroa.
Them old banana fingers, man. What's going on?
Quick, promote your book before we leave.
Oh, it's called God's Hand. And oh no, that's the other book.
What?
This is called Justice City Chronicles.
It's called The Killing Joke.
It's Justice City Chronicles. It's on Indiegogo right now. Go check it out. You want to get a part of it? We just unlocked the $12,000 stretch goal, which is the 3 additional exclusive trading cards. You want to do that? You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook. You know, any of the
he's on OnlyFans.
Yeah, the OnlyFans. Yeah, because Justin's not on here. The OnlyFans. You can go find me on Twitter, Tinder, Fishing for Hoes. I'm on that too. So definitely check me out. Don't miss out. Justice City Chronicles. Thank you.
I finally got.
Hello, everyone. Hey, it's Dot.
I'm.
Dot.
Yeah, I should have done that. I said, "Oh, it's Justice City Chronicles." All right. Thank you, guys. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, thanks for coming on long enough to push your stuff. Nice
How
to
dare
hear.
you. Where's Marcus? Marcus was supposed to be here, man.
Well, actually, you're in the Sugar Chris spot today. So
The Sugar Crisp. Okay.
yeah, usually
All right.
Sugar comes on 10 minutes before we're done.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There he is now.
There he
Your
is.
mama's funny books. Yeah.
It's
He probably remembered when I was trying to get the book done. You remember? Figaro?
He's frozen.
He's frozen.
Pepperidge
And hey,
Farm remembers.
Pet always remembers. Hey, everybody, I'm Randy Zimmerman. You can find me on Facebook under Randy Zimmerman. You can find me on Twitter under Randy Zim. Yeah, look on Facebook for the Arrow Comics 4.0 page where we're putting up new art all the time about stuff that we're doing. We're doing a lot of stuff. It's going to be a great second half of 2021 for us. We're going to have a lot of things to show you. Other than that, go run over to Indiegogo for the Indie Volt Revolt campaign. We are at 54 backers. We are at 54 backers with just over $2,000. It's a sequential art collection, a lot of short stories by a lot of folks that you hear here on the Indie Volt Radio Network. It's actually a flip book of over 130 pages of comics and fun. So just go over there and take a look. Some great artwork, 130 pages in black and white, 2 sets of covers for you to choose from. And again, a wide variety of short stories showing off the power of independent and alternative comics. So go over there and take a look. Appreciate you backing that deeply. Trying to get boom, there we go. Other than that, you can find us back here on Geekgasm tomorrow night at 9 p.m. with the Indie Princess, Daphne Lage, probably Varian, and a few other folks. You can find Varian and myself here Thursday morning at 9 a.m. for the Breakfast Buzz. Then Saturday, we have a new show called Pitches Be Crazy, where we look at crowdfunding pitches. And Indie Volt actually buys into the best one out of the group.
Yep, up to $50.
Up to $50. Yep.
Yeah.
That was a big winner.
Yeah, Max won the first episode. Yeah. The thing is, you pitch your book, and then you get curveballs thrown to you. You pitch your book like this. Pitch your book. One of the ones that was fun this last week was pitch your book as Macho Man Randy Savage. Saying, yeah, my book is gonna be real good. Yeah, you gotta check it out. It's it's a good book. Max,
you can join me back here
brother.
Sunday morning. Yep. You can join me back here Sunday morning for the Sunday Funnies at 9 a.m. where we put the fun in funny books and have crazy conversations with folks that have been in the business for a while and Varian occasionally.
And Varian
shows up once in a while. He shows up.
I'll show up. So we've looked at that. I'm gonna put the links to all these campaigns in the link in the description of the video, including Just City Chronicles from Marcus and Figaro. There, the guys who came on the show.
Even though he's still frozen.
We're going to talk bad about them as soon as we go off the air. Especially Marcus. We're gonna really pick at him. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you want to send in questions and have us pick on them like we did the other Mason, IndieVoltLive at IndieVolt.com is the email you want to use. Include IndieVoltLive in the subject, and please keep those emails to 90 words or less so I can put them on a card and I can read them. The radio numbers we are at 98.104 tonight. Where we ended up at. Listen online now on IndieVolt Radio. You can do so by downloading it on the Google Play store, or stream or tune in if you have an iPhone. You could also ask Alexa to play IndieVolt Radio for you as well, and she'll do that. And you can also listen on IndieVolt.com. You go to indievolt.com. There's a player right there on the website. You can listen in live. And if you want to check out our television station, we got one of those too. Our streaming network, IndieVolt TV, is our over-the-top streaming network. It is free, and there's independent movies on there, some long-form videos. When YouTube says you can't say that on our platform, we take it down and throw it over there, unless, of course, you've been convicted of a crime, in which case the video you were on has disappeared to the ether, like it never happened. Because that's happened.
Something recent.
Yeah.
No, we have no idea what you're talking about.
What? There's a video?
No.
None. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. We will be back here tomorrow night at 9 o'clock for Geekgasm. Lola will. And then we got some other stuff coming up this weekend too. Breakfast Buzz, me and Randy. Like you said, remember though, the views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of IndieVolt Media LLC and do not reflect the official policy or position of any guests or sponsors. Viewer discretion is advised and was advised. You have been warned. Aha, that's what you get. Thought you were gonna catch me slipping. You won't. Mark was probably busy mowing some lawns, cutting some slack. Oh, he told me he's making fun of you, sir.
Go put on that red dress.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Snap.
What up? Diller draws.
Just when we were having a good time, here he has to show up.
Yeah.
On our way out the door, we want to remind you of the immortal words of one Stan Lee when asked about digital comics. If digital comics would replace comic books, he said, "Comics are like boobs. They look great on a computer, but I'd rather hold one in my hand."
And speaking of holding things in your hand, remember Sonic Gate?
Yep.
It's happening.
Oh, Sonic Gate.
Sonic Gate.
I swear Knuckles is Knuckles is standing guard.
He's still mad.
Man, Sonic is like, why is this happening?
Tails is sitting there like, if I stand still, he won't see me.
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles got invited to a pizza party.
That's messed up. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Take care, everyone. You got me to
I'll
take
take
us out?
I'll take us out. I got it.
I'm going to hell.
You're all going to hell.
Yes, you are. Takes a while to buffer, I guess, now, huh? Why you're going to hell.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
That's not how it works.